We're freaking chilling, man. Brawlhalla is such an epic game, dude. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Dude, who is this dude? Whoa, man. He dash dances, man. And he's got a big ego, man. He's got the moves, man. He's gotta be Cossalix in the flesh, man. Oh yeah. How do we beat Lance? Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lance has heavy movement implicated into its moveset. Yeah. It's a fairly grounded move. Like it has grounded move kits. So let's see. All of the ground moves on Lance all hit grounded, and even if you land the hit, you'll always stay grounded. Like, you literally have to jump after all of your ground moves, like Sidelight jump Nair, Sidelight jump Nair, Sidelight jump recovery. Like, really frame data intensive to get good at. So Lance's strong points is frame data, and obviously if you have good frame data, that helps with priority. And since Lance has such long range with its inherent design, Lance is very troublesome for many players in Brawlhalla. So this video is to promote playing Brawlhalla, just so that you don't get discouraged just by fighting Lance alone in Brawlhalla, because there's a ton of diversity in Brawlhalla besides just Lance. I mean, after all, the majority of legends released in Brawlhalla are swords and blasters and spears, you know. So yeah, since Lance is very heavily designed around frame studies, and you don't have a grounded anti-air unlike Spear, it's more all about momentum and movement to succeed with Lance. So how do you defeat Lance? Well, you have to turn its strength against it and expose its weaknesses in order to amplify your chances of success. So how do we do that? Well, I think I forgot what I wrote on the script, and I don't feel like looking at it because I need to test my memory. So let's take a look at this clip some more, and maybe it'll come to me. Oh, yeah. So Lance, the best stacked option for Lance is Downlight. It backs up the user. It has a pretty solid hitbox. It's really quick and it's hard to punish. But what's the flaw to Downlight? Let's see. It sounds Lance Downlight seems invincible, doesn't it? But that's incorrect. Remember, Lance can only attack you successfully and build reliable damage through the ground kit. So you're gonna have to find a way to attack Lance quickly from the air, just like what just happened here. Let's see. Oh yeah, and don't get discouraged by dash dancing. I mean, if you dash dance back, that's like reverse psychology, man. Speaking of which, Lance Sidelight has a pretty telegraphed mindset. That's the main damage builder, after all. You can get away with playing with N-Light alone or D-Light alone on Lance, but you have to be a frickin' frame data genius for that, man. So if someone's just average Joe, or kind of layman kind of player, or maybe a bourgeoisie kind of player, you know, they would most likely go for Sidelight as their main read setup and their damage build or everything. Because you know humans, man, they're creatures of habit, man. So attacking lands quickly from the air, the best tools for the job is surprisingly Scythe. Like, even though Scythe, people say it's not good against Lance because of the priority and frame data advantage Lance has. But if you're very good at landing those Scythe dares, and I know you should be because a lot of people use that move, so with repetition comes success. Because the more you practice, the quicker your synapses in your brain connect all of your muscle memory so you can successfully do it in a tight situation. And what the heck? That's a tight situation too. What the heck? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, mind games. Lance is good at mind games. Yeah, that's Lance, it's all about movement, momentum, and mind games. The 3 M's, man. Like, the biggest mind game of all is waiting for you to panic jump. Like, say you get hit by Sidelight. Most people just go for Sidelight Nair because they know it's easy damage. But if you're going against someone who's well trained in Lance, they're gonna mix it up afterwards. Sometimes they just might go Sidelight into Nair, and then they chase dodge down or something, and then reset down back to neutral on the ground. But except it's not neutral because you're in the air, and they're on the ground. So you just got sent up with Nair. After Sidelight Nair, of course. You're floaty, and you want to land, because you do not want to get Nair juggled, right? So you're trying to land, and the Lance player's just sitting there. So what are you going to do? Are you going to fast fall down? Fast fall down's good, but except if you fast fall down, but you are kind of trippy, you're probably going to get caught by a random N-Sig. But if you don't fast fall down and you just drift down slowly, you might eat a Sayer. Especially in kill percent, that would be annoying. And surprisingly, Lance Sayer is actually very easy to punish if you are aware of the trajectory Lance will go. Like, forcing Lance side air to undershoot is probably the deadliest thing that a Lance player has to deal with in order to succeed with Lance. Like, undershooting, like, it's like they're about to hit you with side air, like, especially if they do like a fast fall, like drifting side air on you when you're grounded or something to get a desperate kill. Like, they're just gonna go for it, because they don't want the match to last too long, because most people don't want to waste time because time's money. So you basically know that's their main kill option if they don't have big brain methods. So you're just gonna backdash, or maybe actually, you know what? It's even smarter to just face your back towards them, because for some reason backdashing's kind of slow. So then you just, like, even if you just walk away a little bit instead of like full dashing, then you can force the Lance player to undershoot. And then if they undershoot, then they're pretty much in prime position for you to land a combo starter on them. Now, Lance, of course, like I said, is a momentum-based weapon, which means although it has very good priority and speed and all of that and movement, if the player themselves is getting shaky with their movement, then the effectiveness of Lance is actually reduced massively. Because the true way to find success with Lance is to have very good movement and spacing and frame data knowledge, and supplement it with Lance's strengths, which is movement and all of that stuff, Like, it's like, it's like, yeah. It's like finding a compliment rather than a compensation, if you know what I mean. Oh, yeah. And, like, if you see a Lance player miss neutral air, like, I mean, I need to see this again. Yeah, like, if they miss, like, a neutral air or, like, a dare, or, like, anything that makes them unable to, like, get away quickly, you can literally just ground pound someone to death, even if they're a Lance player, you know? Because you can literally just, like, especially with Gauntless, you can just drift ground pound on them, and they can't even do anything about it because the Nair, it's Nair's a dynamic hitbox. It's not like a hit scan hitbox, you know? And when I mean dynamic hitbox, I mean the hitbox moves in a pendulum. It doesn't actually have all of the hitboxes all at once like Axe Nair, man. That's why I kind of prefer Axe Nair, but Lance Nair will have to do. Oh yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of people who like to dash dance a lot. Well, I don't even know how to dash dance, even though I main Lance. But no, what the heck, man. Okay, so if someone's dash dancing with Lance, it's easy to get kind of like, you know, triggered and go after them real quick. But except, you know, you have to get the timing right, otherwise you're just gonna fall for the frame trapping of the dash dancing. So the best way to deal with dash dancing is don't attack where they are. Like when they're dash dancing, try to attack where they will be, and you'll probably get them. Like, check this out, man. Oh, jeez. Dude, like I can imagine Mordek Scythe side sig just nailing someone who's dash dancing. And if you're a big brain, you can literally just like dash jump and fast fall around, and then right when you get the timing right, you can literally probably GC Mordek Scythe side sig, GC Ada down sig on blasters, GC even maybe even roll and land side sig just for the extra tilt factor, man. Okay, what about other characters? Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Okay, who's a hard character? Oh, it would actually be hilarious if someone landed a dash jump, fast fall, GC, Hattori spear down sig, or Bryn down sig on spear, man. Like, can you imagine? Someone might actually disconnect from ranked if you land a Bryn axe down sig in that fashion, man. And once the Lance player is shaken, and you think that they're probably not going to win neutral simply due to mental alone, because Lance has very good neutral, man. Do not underestimate Lance neutral. So like once they're shaken, you just keep piling on the hurt, and there's not much they can do because Lance offstage is good, but it requires varying. Like Lance offstage is the highest skill ceiling offstage in my opinion. But like on stage and when your opponent's in disadvantaged state, then Lance is an easy weapon in my opinion. Oh yeah, and this kind of reminds me, like if you're playing ranked 1v1 and people try to taunt in the beginning to get you to be homies, like pick up a weapon first, man, before you actually taunt with them, because some people, especially like high dex, high speed type of people, or even people who are just good at the game, they might literally get a free gimp or 0 to death on you just because you taunted. Like that's actually happened to me before when I played against Zol. And yeah, that wraps up my random talks video. Okay. Have a good one, guys.